The first item on the agenda is to approve the minutes of the April 9th meeting.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
And next is update of construction projects, contract one.
David Young, C.D.M. Smith. Contract one, they're completing all the site restoration, fine grading, all that work. They redid one of the drainage swales this week, so put it to where it should have been on the drawings. Completing the rest of the punch list items. We're compiling, working on the record drawings, and getting ready to put together all the final change order requests and balance everything out for that one. Then Lopes for the contract two has been sent a letter indicating that, you know, if they don't produce the final documents, we're going to take $3,000 of the money that they won't get, and there'll be a credit just to close the project out.
Yeah. And the Lopes project, just for the information, we'll probably have a change order next time. It'll be a dock change order, quantity, there's some minor adds, but overall it's like probably 127,000, 130,000, the dock. Okay. To close out the project. So that's what I'm saying, next meeting, we'll probably need the full core, because we'll probably have the final closeout change order for Lopes, and probably one for, with WLC, which is true for next meeting also, so we do both of them at the same time.
Right. And the certificates of completion for the Conservation Commission are being prepared, will be submitted.
And that leaves, right now, the, with the anticipated, what they're carrying for the change orders and the deductions, they're projecting about $567,000 below to close out the project. And we added a number of things that were not part of the original project.
Or ended up being value upgrades.
Right, value upgrades. And
It's a win-win.
We still projected to be over $500,000 below the estimate.
Excellent.
Anything else? All right, approval of bills warrant. We have two. The first is the vendor warrant 19-34 for $105,445.49.
Motion to approve. Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
And the next warrant is vendor warrant FY 19-35 in the amount of $184,502.90.
Motion to approve. Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Community updates? Mansfield?
I guess I'll give on the community, well, Foxborough's not here. Because I was going to say, we're doing some flow modeling, and we are actually waiting for some information from Foxborough. But the representative not here tonight. I did communicate it to Chris, and did say he should have it by next week. Okay? That's it.
North?
We have new selectmen. I don't know if it's too late to invite them to the open house if you haven't already done so.
Oh, no, have you? Wait.
No.
Okay. Got the names, and actually, best way is, if you can send me their emails, I'll email them one of the invites,
Okay.
because that's faster.
And just one thing I see here, jogs my memory, a Synagro bill. If you could emphasize to Synagro that they're to come to the plant through the industrial park. I've had neighbors complaining about the trucks driving down Hill Street, and I did notice one the other day. Take a left off of 123 onto South Washington to head down. So they should be coming through the industrial park.
They've been notified before, but I'll remind them again.
Okay, thanks.
It's probably a new driver just following his GPS rather than, yeah. No, anytime you notice them, Mike, just let Chris know.
Are those streets posted, Mike, for trucks? You can't drive down there? I mean, I'm not familiar with it.
Well,
Technically not.
Technically,
It's a public road.
South Washington does have signs,
But because they're a
That's- I got-
contractor,
We're road commissioners in Mansfield, I guess that's not our
Yeah.
issue.
no, it's more because they're a contractor. From the beginning, we
No.
told them to bring in the trucks.
Do you think they're telling the drivers? The first time they did, probably.
Yeah. Well, that's what Chris will remind them.
In no uncertain terms.
Just don't pay them,
Just tell them we were really, really angry.
especially the Mansfield
Because we don't
Select.
like neighborhood.
We were concerned about Norton.
Tell them Jess was like, tell them Jess is like.
Everybody, my friends in Norton, play it.
and as Diane was mentioning, we have the ribbon cutting and open house May 11th at 10.
Yes, I was in.
Any updates on that?
The weather? Knock on wood, so far the weather seems like it might be holding up.
We only need about 10 minutes.
Yeah. Actually, I was scouting the site with Chris today and looking to see what might be the best place. There's one area out back, right between where a lot of the construction took place, where all the tanks are, that actually with all the conduits on the wall and the piping above the tanks, the old aeration tanks that were changed, and you can also see the new secondary tank out there. That's probably where it's the beginning of a gravel road. Probably a good place to do the ribbon cutting, because at least for backdrop you have, it looks almost like a process plant.
Are you gonna give tours of the whole facility?
I think it kind of, I don't know, maybe how many people we get. If it's a really large group, it tends to, you really can't hear what I'm saying when we're walking around.
So you're gonna kind of play it by ear?
Yeah, I think in smaller groups, they can definitely, people want to, ask questions. My plan was to have staff stationed around in different locations, so people are walking, they can, answer questions that anyone might have.
Is there any literature people are gonna see?
Yes, actually, CDM is putting together a booklet.
Okay.
I said, all we have is that, we have MFN pens, and we're gonna have some,
Jackson.
and we're gonna have some refreshments. Actually, I thought, I'll probably stop at BJ's and pick up some chocolate chip cookies and some of the teeny muffins. So I stopped there the night before, and pick up, 2 or 3 boxes of Joe, and Chris is gonna go to Produce Bar and get some soft drinks, just have some soft drinks there, mostly water. And just this, so there's some there if people.
How many people have responded to pick up?
It's not as RSVP, so and these things you really never, like I was telling Chris, it could be 20, it could be 100, it's very hard to.
I don't think it's gonna be 100, but
Yeah.
You might get 40
you
people.
might get 40, yeah.
You've got press tonight.
Yeah.
Well, you get the boards of selectmen are there, right? You
Yeah,
get 15
yeah,
there.
and just the
Town managers.
Town managers, and we invited 4 boards of selectmen, and.
So you got 20 there.
Some
State
store
reps and
commissions.
all
Store commissioners,
4
board
state,
commissioners.
4 state reps and a senator, that's 5 people there.
And they usually bring it.
And
Just
sometimes
1 or 2
they,
people
sometimes they
there.
bring somebody with them, so.
That's fine.
And it's supposed to be decent weather, so hopefully. And the other thing I was saying is, maybe I assume all the towns have a Facebook page, seeing that probably maybe Wednesday, and I'll send something, like I could send something out, a press release, and each of the towns put on their own Facebook page.
Sure.
To alert the people. It's like, it's been tough, it's putting information out to the town meeting tomorrow, it's like anything before town meeting, people aren't even gonna pay attention to.
See, I don't think people realize,
Right?
you think of a wastewater plant, and, I talked to Chris about it. The first time I went down there, I'm like, I couldn't believe it. It's like immaculate. People think that it's like,
It looks more like an
we'll talk
industrial
about,
plant.
it's not, it's unbelievable, so.
But
It's kind of an interesting place.
Town meeting, people pick up.
Yeah.
Well, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, have it announced.
Want us to announce something? Not tell
Yeah,
me?
yeah. I think that would be,
They paid for it.
And Mike Norton Water Sewer also has a Facebook page, so if you get it, you can pass it on.
I was just thinking again.
You going to town meeting?
It's all those things, I don't think it's that, I think people really plan early on, but if the weather's decent and they have an hour to.
You can only do so much. It is what it
Yeah,
is. You
yeah.
just do what you gotta do, you try. If they come, they come. That's all. Good.
What time should we be there, 9:30?
I mean, between 9:30 and 10, like I said, I'll be there with the staff probably by 9 o'clock, just because we want to set up a table with the refreshments and stuff, just to try to get there before people start showing up, but I think anytime between 9:30 and 10 will be
The
fine.
trailer and the makeup and everything for us.
Most of what tuxedos, suits?
All right. The next thing on the agenda is, we have a request to sign a certificate of donation. The Route 123 project in Norton will be going out to bid in July and awarded in October, and it will cross over the trunk line. And so as part of that, we're seeking easements from the MFN for temporary easements and public utility easements going across,
So we mean this, the town of Norton?
yes.
Yeah, and well, this is some, just to be aware, we're going to be coming across it with a bike path also. The feds have very specific requirements for the land donations or certificates of donation. It's actually even more complicated if it's from a private owner, so this is very formal. That's why I asked, I think what you have in front of you, I asked, because it involves real estate, I asked Joe Cove to put together to write the motion for it.
Diane volunteered to read it.
That's because there was a lot of big words. She looked at Jess and I and said, they're not gonna really get them right. Thanks, Diane.
Okay, so I can move this now. I move that this commission vote to authorize its executive director to execute in the name of the MFN Regional Wastewater District and in consideration of $1, in parentheses, written $1, such permanent highway easements, temporary construction easements, public utility easements, and drainage easements for the benefit of the town of Norton over land controlled by the MFN Regional Wastewater District along the northerly and southerly sides of East Main Street, in said town of Norton, more particularly described on a plan entitled Plan of Road in the Town of Norton, Mass, Bristol County, showing location of easements for the purpose of reconstructing East Main Street, parentheses Route 123, for the town of Norton, sheet number 8 of 12 sheets, scale 1 inch equals 20 feet, drawn by VHB Engineering on file with this commission, and to deliver an easement deed to the said town of Norton in such form and upon such terms as the executive director in his sole discretion deems to be in the best interest of the MFN Regional Wastewater District, while at the same time accomplishing the intentions of the district to assist the town of Norton in the reconstruction and improvement of East Main Street, Norton.
I'll second.
Motion and a second, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Do I abstain?
I would have thought, yeah. What's the difference? Diane voted for it.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, of course we're voting.
All right, that's unanimous.
Okay, and Joe and the MFN attorney will be drafting up the easement.
Okay,
I mean,
what's
the
that?
paperwork.
Okay, do you want me to pass this down to,
Today.
it's got a copy of the plan.
This is what this authorizes
Oh, okay.
to sign on behalf of the MFN.
All right, thank you.
You're most welcome.
All right, any updates on the NIPD's permit?
Chris and David, you guys had the meeting last week.
Yeah, we had a meeting last week. We're assisting plant staff with filling out the renewal. There's quite a bit of data that has to be gathered, collected, but as usual, staff has done a great job of already having a lot of it. So it's really just a coordination effort. You know, in this day and age, I think most stuff's online, but all they do is print the thing online and everything has to be submitted in big binders and all kinds of stuff, so. But, yeah, we hope to have a draft of it the end of next week. For review, it's due June 3rd, which is 6 months prior to expiration. So we're just essentially refiling and requesting what the current permit is.
And the one thing that we need to emphasize is that we need to submit the I documentation from each community's been, is supposed to be doing an I report annually. We need to include that and update the sewer system map. So we need to get the sewer system maps from Norton and Foxborough. Then I've already told you that also. And then what we usually do, we'll have the GIS manager here in Mansfield put it together in one large map, so we can submit one.
I would have to check, I'm not 100% sure that Norton has a GIS map of its sewer system. It was a project that's been going on for the
I
last few
think
years.
I think we have what it used to be, so I think if somebody, maybe,
If the old one is okay.
no,
then-
because I think you guys have had it, so maybe if we send what we had before to Fran,
Okay.
maybe he could, because if he can mark something up,
Mhm.
we can add it to our map. I mean, that's
Okay.
not, as long as somebody, I mean, it doesn't have to be in Curtis Farm, as long as somebody marks this road where the pipes are,
Okay,
and sizes, I think that's the key thing. Because I don't think our old map doesn't show the connection for,
Norton? No.
for the college.
Oh, okay.
I don't think the map we have shows that. We need to have.
okay, all right, so you'll be able to forward that to Fran, or should I ask Fran to contact you?
I can, if it's okay, if he's still the one, if
Yeah.
he's the person to go, then
He's the person.
I'll just tell him that
All right,
that we need to have that, so
okay,
I'll email him.
okay.
Yeah, just to refresh everyone's memory, MFN holds the NPDS permit, but Norton, Mansfield, Foxborough, all co-permittees. And there are two requirements in there, that you submit your II report on an annual basis, and that you submit the sewer system map update on an annual basis to the MFN, so that they have that and can submit it to the appropriate agencies.
Okay.
Do you guys have somebody who works on your GIS stuff?
They've been working on it off and on. They had somebody working, and then that wasn't working out, and they fired them, or the contract ended or something, and then they started it back up. I lose track of time, but, some time ago, so I don't know if it's been completed, or if it's still ongoing, or what the situation is.
We just need to have one updated map to send with this that shows all the communities.
So Mike, can Mike check in with someone over in Norton?
Yeah.
And just give us the deal, that's all.
Yeah, it'd be.
Yeah, I think we're talking about their engineer.
Consulting
Their
engineer.
engineer.
They have to, sounds like they have to do it. so-
Right, yeah, so I'll reach out directly to their.
Right,
to
but
their-
June
to their
3rd isn't a lot of
engineer.
time if it's not in good shape to start with.
Yeah,
Is my
yeah,
point.
friends
There
the.
can't be that many new pipes anyway.
Right.
Yeah, how much different could it be?
It's a winning project, we need to get that because the rest
Put that in
we
there.
already have, yeah. Okay.
Anything on the executive director's report?
No, I think we already covered it. One thing I was gonna ask is, I think we had set the date as June 3rd, the next meeting, but you have special elections? Special town meeting, annual town meeting. So I threw away, I guess,
June 4th,
first,
Unless the night before, you wouldn't want to do that.
right,
No, then 2 nights.
yeah.
Tuesday, June 4th?
He's gonna be busy, go back before.
No, I can do the fourth.
Okay.
I can do the fourth, that's why.
The 10th?
That's why I have 10th,
Well,
11th.
that Wednesday, we have a selectmen's meeting, right?
And that Tuesday, I've got a conservation meeting over in your Fairtown.
No. How about the 10th?
I was about the 10th.
No, oh, I'm sorry, that's what I'm talking about, the 10th.
Monday the 10th?
Yeah.
The 11th? Tuesday the 11th?
That's how it works.
That's fine with me.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone what's the difference. See the one meter or another meeting.
And do you want to do July now?
Well, July we had set as the 9th.
That's fine.
We had set that one.
What day of the week is that?
It'll be Tuesday. It's the second Tuesday instead of being.
Yes, the week before is the big vacation week, right?
Right,
Okay.
right.
So by Tuesday, everybody's back. Okay. Still recovering on Monday.
Yep, I got those.
I will be, I'm flying in Sunday.
You going out to LA
Back
again?
from Portugal,
Nice, bring back some money.
visiting the homeland with the kids.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
Hold on,
No? Go ahead.
may I make a comment? It's not necessarily related to the MFN, but just to my term on the Board of Selectmen, and I just would like to wish Bob Kimball and Bobby Salvo all the best. I know they were involved with this, you know, in their 15 and 20-year career, and I'm sure my colleague, Mr. Trowbridge, would agree with me. We've worked together on several projects, whether it's this or selectmen stuff, so I wish them both all the best in whatever they decide to do, and hopefully they see this. I wish them all the best, and I don't know the two new folks, but best of luck to them too. But again, I'd like to thank both Bobs for their service to the community.
Yeah, I'll echo those sentiments and also hope that they actually come to the ribbon cutting, because they were a big part of this.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll move.
Second.
All those in favor?
No discussion?
No
Go Celtics,
discussion on
Bruins, and
that.
Red Sox.
All those in favor?
Aye.